Hello, I just want to share what I found out about this fixing a furnace that wasn't working right. I got called a third time. The first time that they say the furnace wasn't doing anything, and after going through the diagnosis, I started with the thermostat. I made sure it was calling for heat, and the battery, it has battery, and I opened the furnace and it wasn't doing anything. I made sure there was power going into the transformer and there's a 24 volts coming out of the transformer and it has power. So then my next diagnosis was going into the board. When I checked the terminals of the thermostat, there was no 24 volts in these in the R and the C. If you put your leads on the R and C, there is no 24, 26 volts going in there. And then next is I wiggled the harness here and it started the furnace right up. So by that, I was assuming that it was just a loose connection on the terminal. So I tightened the terminals by widening the male part here and putting it back on. It was working when I left. And then I got called the second time saying it's doing the same thing. So after looking back at the board, I found out that it was arcing on the back and it was this soldered this 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 thing here. When I pushed on it, I saw it arcing on the back and it it made the furnace work, but if it gets wiggled or any vibration would lose the connection and would stop the furnace from working. So what I did is just replace it with a new board like this one, exactly like this one. Now after hooking it up, the the issue I got was it was giving me a code. It was blinking. What's that? Pressures. No. Open. No, it was flame rollout sense. Flame rollout sense. So 5 flashes. So I checked the rollout sensor on the furnace, trace it back to the board, and everything was fine. There was everything was working as it was supposed to. And I couldn't figure out why. So I went to the harness and find out where it was saying where the harness was saying rollout switch. And then I found out in right here. Where is it? Uh, this one. R, that's rollout switch 2 and rollout switch 1. This and this. I found out that if I jump the this terminals to here, it would make the code disappear, and the blower fan, yeah, it would make the code disappear and it would be working as it's supposed to. I don't get any codes. And I wonder why maybe the new board has got this new thing, because the old one doesn't have one like that. This old one. So when I opened the box, I found out that it is provided with a jumper wire like this one. So you jump from this terminal to this, because I guess if your furnace has two roll-out flame switches, then you don't need to jump because it's got a hookup to that one. But this particular furnace only has one, so you need to jump it. And then so I left the unit, and the tenant was fine. I got called back the next day because it was acting up. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And another thing, before I forget, when I installed the board, the blower fan comes on right away, and it doesn't stop. So I googled or I searched in YouTube why the blower fan would continuously go, and I went through all the things that these people, the experts, have said why it would keep on going, and I went through all that, and I still couldn't figure it out why because it didn't solve the problem. They say that make sure the G is in the right thing, and the thermostat connection, and the roll-out flame switches and the open high limit switches are working fine, and all those things, sensors, and the blower fan relay must be stocked, but this is a new board. But I got called during the third time I was called. I was entertaining another problem. Then I noticed that because you see the old uh, board only got 5 terminals, and these new ones got 6. So the mistake was mine when I first installed the board. I was careless and didn't see that I put the Y thermostat wire into this last, because I was assuming it's the same as this one, and I wasn't looking carefully. I hook it up to the where it says twin, and I was checking when they were saying to check the wires. I wasn't looking at this because I was looking at the G, as making sure I hook it up correctly. And my eyes are not that good, and I thought the thermostat wires are hooked up to this one, but it wasn't. It was hooked up to this one, and looking with all the wires from the on the machine I got my eyes. I thought that it was here, but it was actually hooked up to this one. So my carelessness has caused me 2 trips on this furnace. After I moved the wires to here, it was working fine. So that's a lesson. If anybody has with the same problem, I hope this helps. Bye.